Hello, this is Arym, and today I will be reading Proverbs Chapter 29. Okay, Proverbs 29 from the New King James Version, and the title reads, Happy is he who keeps the law. Verse 1. He who is often rebuked and hardens his neck will suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. And my interpretation reads, The wicked that harden their heart will be destroyed. Verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked man rules, people groan. My interpretation reads, There is great blessing and prosperity in the land when the righteous rule, but there is recession and famine when the wicked rule. Verse 3, Whoever loves wisdom makes his father rejoice, but a companion of harlots wastes his wealth. And my interpretation reads, Money comes and goes, but wisdom is forever. Verse 4, The king establishes the land by justice, but he who receives a bribe overthrows it. My interpretation reads, The righteous build a fine city, but the wicked tear it down. Verse 5, A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. My interpretation reads, Truth hurts sometimes. Verse 6, By transgression an evil man is snared, but the righteous sings and rejoices. My interpretation reads, The righteous rejoice when the wicked are gone. Verse 7, The righteous considers the cause of the poor, but the wicked does not understand such knowledge. My interpretation reads, The wicked have no knowledge of poverty, that poverty is a spiritual condition. Verse 8, Scoffers set a city aflame, but wise men turn away wrath. My interpretation reads, The wicked will destroy a city. Verse 9, If a wise man contends with a foolish man, whether the fool rages or laughs, there is no peace. And my interpretation reads, The wise man knows that a fool is always a fool. Verse 10, The bloodthirsty hate the blameless, but the upright seek his well-being. My interpretation reads, The wicked destroy the innocent, but the righteous protect the innocent. Verse 11, A fool vents of him. Verse 11, A fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man holds them back. My interpretation reads, Privacy, just you and God. You cannot trust man, only trust God. Verse 12, If a ruler pays attention to lies, all the servants become wicked. My interpretation reads, The ruler will fail if he has wicked counsel. Verse 13, The poor man and the oppressor have this in common. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both. My interpretation reads, God created both the wicked and the righteous for a purpose. Verse 14, The king who judges the poor with truth, His throne will be established forever. My interpretation reads, the righteous are blessed and the wicked will fall. Verse 15, the rod and rebuke give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. And my interpretation reads, children need guidance and truthful education. Verse 16, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous will see their fall. And my interpretation reads, when the wicked increase in number, violence takes over the land, but the wicked will fall. Verse 17, correct your son, and he will give you rest. Yes, he will give delight to your soul. And my interpretation reads, educate the youth in love and wisdom. Verse 18, where there's no revelation, the people cast off restraint, but happy is he who keeps the law. And my interpretation reads, God's law is for our benefit. Laws are good. Laws are here to protect us. God's law is here to protect us. Verse 19, a servant will not be corrected for mere words, for though he understands, he will not respond. And my interpretation reads, you cannot change what is in the heart of a man. Wisdom is not for everyone. Working as a servant, I want to please the customer. The customer is not paying for my religious beliefs. They are paying for my skills, talents, and knowledge, and what will benefit them. So as a worker, my ultimate goal at work is to please my customer. Okay, moving on. Verse 20. Do you see a man hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. And my interpretation reads, patience is beneficial. Hasty responses rooted in anger are not beneficial. Verse 21, he who pampers his servant from childhood will have him as a son in the end. And my interpretation reads, the benefits of kindness to others. You never know who might help you one day, so be kind to everyone. Verse 22, an angry man stirs up strife, and a furious man abounds in transgression. And my interpretation reads, people that cannot control their anger will fall. Verse 23, a man's pride will bring him low, but the humble in spirit will retain honor. And my interpretation reads, blessings come from God. Verse 24, whosoever is a partner with a thief hates his own life. He swears to tell the truth, but reveals nothing. When you live amongst the wicked, my interpretation reads, when you live amongst the wicked, you destroy your own life and your soul. It is like making a contract with the devil. Verse 25, the fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That's from Proverbs 3 and 5. You can't depend on man. Man will let you down. Only depend on God. Verse 26, many seek rulers' favor, but the justice for man comes from the Lord. And my interpretation reads, God is the final judge. And if God is for you, who can be against you? Verse 27, an unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, and he who is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. And my interpretation reads, the wicked and the righteous have only one thing in common, and that is God made them both. One leads to destruction, and the other builds a strong city. And that is the end of Proverbs 29. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and be blessed.